Good day, students. I really hope that all of you are staying safe and healthy. Today we will be covering the topic My Student Life, My Golden Period. In this lesson, we'll discuss the dream jobs you have, future career, and words regarding to this topic. So, let's start. In order to get familiar with the new vocabulary we have for today, you should accomplish the exercise number 1, in which you have to label the pictures about the student's life with the expressions from the box. These expressions are sportsman, pilot, music producer, actor, teacher, movie director, writer, singer, principal, and photographer. You can stop the video to accomplish this task. After a while, I will be providing you with the answers and their definitions. So let's begin. The first word is sportsman. Sportsman is a person who takes part in a sport, especially as a professional. Pilot is someone who operates the flying controls of an aircraft. Photographer is a person who takes photographs, especially as a job. This person makes a business and money of taking photographs. Movie director is a person who controls the making of a film and supervises the actors and technical crew. Now let's move on to the next expressions. Music producer. This is a job in which a person oversees and manages the sound and recordings and production of a band or performs music, which may range from recording one song to recording a lengthy concept album. Teacher. I hope that all of us know what the word teacher means. Teacher is a person who teaches, especially at school, colleges, and universities. Singer is a person who sings, especially giving the concerts on the stage. Actor. Actor is a person whose profession is acting in films, on the stage, or on television. The last two phrases are writer and principal. A writer is a person who writes books or articles to be published, and principal is someone who is the important or senior person in an organization or a group. I do really hope that you all got familiar with the new words and their definitions. Now, let's move on to the next exercise. In this exercise, you should match the words and phrases with their definitions. There are 10 words that are given to you, and now you should find corresponding definition to these words. You should stop the video and accomplish this task first, and after that I will be providing you with the correct answers. So let's start. The first word is performer, which means a person who presents for an audience in a show or concert. To lecture means to teach at university or college. Wrestling is a sport in which two people fight holding each other and throwing to the ground. This type of sport is quite traditional in our country. The next word is particular. This word means special or specific. The word skill means a particular ability. For example, reading skills, which means when you read a piece of paper or book, you can understand what's going on, you can understand the meaning of the text. This means you have ability to read. The next word is probably, which means likely to happen in the future. The word principal means head teacher, mostly at schools, universities, or colleges. The word amazing means very surprising, which makes you feel magnificent. To pay. The word to pay means to give somebody money for work. For example, if you go to the educational center, you should pay for the service. In this case, you will be paying for this service as they train you at educational center. The noun of this word is payment. I do hope that you are familiar with this word. The word to exist means to be present in place or situation. The next exercise you should do at home individually, as now we are having only online classes. You can download the tracks from the internet and accomplish this task. In this task, you should listen to the tape and choose the best picture for each student. In your handbooks, this exercise is written as group work, but as we are staying at home, you should do it individually. In this exercise, you should answer to following three questions. The first is which factors help you to choose your dream job? Factors like interests, skills, experience, availability, pay, and etc. I will be providing you with examples in the next slide. What's your dream job? Here you should talk about your dream job, your future career, who you want to become, what's your goal, and how you want to achieve it. In third question, you should fill the table, jobs you like and jobs you don't like. In the jobs I like column, you should write about the jobs which you like and you should provide justification why you like these jobs. And in the column jobs I don't like, you should provide the jobs which you don't like and their justification. For example, I like becoming teacher. Why? Because I like working with students. I don't like becoming pilot because it can be stressful. There are some factors which contribute to your future career. For example, the first one is your interests. You should think of the things that interest you when it comes to a work environment. You start by making a list of some of the things that you do correctly. Think of how these things can be applied to a career. Your skills is one of the important factors that contribute to the future career. If you have been to an interview, then you have probably been asked to discuss the most valuable skills, whether you have the skills as a talent or have developed them in past years. They can be critical in determining what you want to do next. If you are good with people and you don't get upset easily, you can choose a career in the healthcare industry. If you are skilled with numbers, a career in finance would be ideal for you. The next is job availability. When looking for a career path, you should focus on opportunities where the demand is high for a job. Choose a job that is not likely to be replaced by robots. It can be overwhelming to choose a career path that has a limited number of workers. You may end up in a position that you are not expecting, and you may have to spend a lot of years slowly working your way up. Another thing to consider is your experiences. When choosing a career, you can talk to as many people as possible in your chosen career, as they have experience in this field. You can also book an informational interview with a person and ask the right questions and listen to them carefully. The last is payment. You will obviously consider salary when choosing a career. However, you shouldn't use this factor as the most important factor. Payment should be one of the factors that you consider, but it shouldn't be your priority. You may also want to consider the amount you're going to have for a required degree, and you can do you can work as a professional. If you are done with the last exercise in which you had to answer to three questions, then you can send the answers to your tutor and move on to the next exercise. Here, there are 8 steps to successful career planning. The text is given to you. So let's read and skim the text. The first one to successful career planning is defining your goals, short term, medium term, long term. Second is evaluating your current skill set and analyze your strengths and weaknesses. Third is reflect on what you have achieved. You should memorize your achievements and the process how you have realized your dreams. Next is think about what you want and what you don't want. Analyzing your likes and dislikes assists you to plan your successful career. Fifth is identify who can help you. Explore your connections. Use networks. Sixth one is look for training and development opportunities. The next is get a mentor and coach. They support you with your plan. The last one is re-evaluate and update your plan each year. So now, I hope that you all understand the meaning of the text. Now you should match the italic words with their definitions. The definitions are given in the next slide. Let's have a look. So there are 12 definitions in which you have to find 12 words corresponding to these definitions. You should stop the video and accomplish these tasks. After a while, I will be providing you with the correct answers. First, to make something more modern by adding new parts means update. The process of learning skills that you need to do a job is training. To describe something accurately is define. To achieve something important that you want very much is explore. A closely connected group of people that exchange information is network. An advantage is opportunities. To examine something completely is reflect. Happening now is current. To assess is evaluate. To think carefully or deeply about something is realize. An experienced person who advises and helps someone over a period of time is mentor. To find or discover something is identify. The last exercise for today's lesson is filling the table for your future career by using information on the passage. 8 steps to successful career planning. You should answer to 9 questions which are given in the table. So here we are. Now, the last part of our lesson is providing you with home assignment. As home task, you should make a list of vocabulary which you have learned today. And the second one is making a presentation about one of the popular jobs in your country. Take into consideration that you use a reliable source for making presentation. Thank you for your attention. Keep safe and stay at home.